Hello, this is H.G. Bailey, and welcome back to Let's Play The Four Heroes of Light! Today, we've got some equipment upgrading to do, so I'm heading to the forge here. I already withdrew the item I want, the King's Short Sword, to upgrade there. The way it works, you select whatever item you want, and then they have 6 gems here, chosen at random, and you fill them out with what you got, and it upgrades the stat that's relevant. In this case, attack power and magic attack power. And the reason why I'm upgrading the King's Short Sword is that you get 2 of each per level up there, whereas most weapons usually only have 1 or the other, and even then, you only get 1 per level up, so that makes the King's Short Sword a really good long-term investment there. Now, you see what I'm doing here is I'm canceling and going back in to the upgrade screen there, because I would really rather not use all my sapphires here to upgrade. Like you see, there's 2 again. So basically I'm re-randomizing what gems are required to level up the weapon there. And okay, I think that's good enough there. I like getting the King's Short Sword up to level 5. That should pretty much erase any difficulty for the remainder of the game during solo segments there. And I'm going to be using that for Yunita there, too. And by the way, the gems that are required for leveling up weapons right now are just the first 4. I could level up the King's Short Sword to the maximum of +9 right now, but I usually don't have as many gems as I usually do now, so I'm not going to do that. Level 5 will be more than enough there. But anyway, okay, we still need to get some more money to buy a lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is use this is sort of a little mini game that they got here, where you can take whatever items you have in storage and then put them up for sale here. And the obvious trick that pretty much everyone who's played this game knows, you take the ethers, they cost 1,000 gil from Bylion's shop there, and then you can resell them here for 5,000 a piece sometimes. It doesn't work all the time, but it works often enough to be really good. Now, the reason I only put 3 ethers up is because you only have 3 tags for 5,000 gil to sell this stuff. And you only get 1 tag for Hot Deal, which supposedly makes items sell better, I guess. So, I mean, if I even get 1 ether to sell, that's not bad. Wow! I can't believe I sold all 3 of those on the first shot. That is sweet. But anyway, the way this is supposed to work is, you see it was saying something about musical instruments, so you get an impression of the trends of what is selling better than other items. So you're probably intended to buy a whole bunch of harps or something like that. But that usually costs more, or usually you wouldn't be able to sell that much. So it's just easier to just get the ethers. They pretty much sell anytime you put them up there. I mean, you'll usually at least get 1 to sell per minigame that you go through with that. So it's just much more efficient to just use the ethers and not pay attention to what's trending for selling stuff. Now, at this point, once you've done the initial minigame, you see how the upper 2 left slots are connected together? That basically allows you to do a 2-for-1 deal, and I want to get... There it is, that's the one that I want. I want to use this, even though I'll get less money per ether that way. Usually, it's really hard to sell a single ether for 5 grand, let alone with the Hot Deal tag on there. So I usually like to bundle them up together like that, and that just makes things go a little faster, even if it's not quite as efficient. Now, basically, what I want to do at this point is I want to have a total of 35 grand in, for money, so that way I can buy pretty much anything I'm going to need for the first 60% of the game. And by the time I reach that point, we'll be able to do this again to get even more money. But yeah, so I like just re-randomizing the slots there, so that way I can do what I'm doing here. Because you only have 3 5,000 guild tags. But alright, we got that taken care of, so I'm going to do one more of those games off screen, get up to 35 grand there, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. By the way, if you manage to sell something in each of those 10 slots there for 20,000 gil total, you can get a new crown, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. I do want to buy a knife, not so much because I'm actually going to use it, but because it's permanently missable, I think, if you don't get it now. So, yeah, might as well do that if you care about 100% item completion. I'm not going for it, but I'm just buying it just in case I change my mind somehow, though I don't think I will. Let's see, what was I saying there? Oh yeah, there's a crown that you can get out of that minigame, but I'm just going to wait until later to do that. It's not really a good crown anyway. But anyway, from this shop, you can't get it at Bylion's shop, I don't think. But I wanted to buy one remedy for later. Let's just say I'll be using it to pick your poison, if you know what I mean, viewers. And by the way, everything I'm buying, I'm putting in the video description there, along with my equipment setup that I'm going to be using. But anyway, I just wanted to buy a bandit gear, one for Yunita, who I'll be making into a bandit, and another one for later, just in case. Unfortunately, they sell quite a few of the elemental shields. I definitely want to get a flame shield for both of us, and then 2 more for later as well. But yeah, this is why I didn't buy 4 rock shields when they immediately became available, because they sell them here, and I don't really need more than 2 of them until later on anyway, and now I get the money. And you also want a Darksteel shield for both Yunita and Jusqua there. But I'm not going to equip those right now. Fire elemental stuff is more pertinent right now. But just make sure you got them in reserve as long as we're here. And I also want to buy some accessories. So let's get a power ring, boosts your strength stat. I like that better than the giant's ring that boosts your attack power. At least I think that's what that one was. But anyway, let's see. We got an intellect ring. I'll probably want to give that to Air at some point in time. So I'll just put that in reserves there. And I do want to get up to 4 confused capes, but I already bought 2 of them. So we'll just get more of that for later. And a 4th poison cape and stun capes. I don't use them too often, but I'm just going to buy 4 of them anyway because I basically have unlimited money. And okay, I think that's all the accessories that I need there. I also want to buy some magic books. But the magic shop isn't open right now. It's only open at night. So what I want to do is go back to storage there. Let's see, is there anything that I need to get out of there? I want to double check that. But anyway, okay, I want to make Yunita into a bandit there. Not because I care about stealing anything. Although if you haven't gotten the bomb fragment by now, you would want to do that. To steal a bomb fragment from a hellhound outside, but like I said, I don't need to do that. But bandits are not only good with regular swords, but they're also good with short swords and knives. So that's another reason why I upgraded the King Short Sword, because that'll let me one-shot just about anything outside of boss fights for quite some time. And I want the Confuse Cape equipped, because there's an enemy outside that could potentially confuse you, or inflict that status ailment. Make sure you've got a torch and a dragon wing there, because we're gonna, well now, I'm gonna be going all the way back to the hunting cave there. Because remember Bylon, I think it was Bylon, was saying something about the chimera there, disrupting their supply lines or whatever, so, oh yeah, I almost forgot, I need to get potions. But yeah, so if you go back to the hunting caves now, there'll be a fixed encounter there with the chimera that Bylon was talking about. And I don't want to use the end to get my HP back up, so let's just use a potion. Keep an extra one in reserve there too, because I'm not going to be using a white mage for now. Although we pretty much can one-shot just about anything, provided we have the appropriate elemental weakness there. Oh, there's a new enemy. Okay. Well, I wasn't planning on showing the backtracking to the cave there, but, well, we got this new enemy here, Succubus. And, well, they can inflict the confusion status on you if they live long enough, which they don't, usually. Let's see. They have no elemental weakness or resistance. I just like using arrow because it makes sense to use that against something that's flying in the air there. But anyway, okay, we're back. So, let's see. I think I gave the torch to Jusqua. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I suppose you don't need the torch, since it's just a straight shot to get to that Chimera, and it's not a very long path to get there. But, alright, well, not really boss time, but anyway, let's see. The Chimera is weak to water, if I recall correctly. Yeah, okay. Strong against fire, though. But, alright, we got all that taken care of. So, now let's take the Dragon Wing to get back to Urbeth there. And by the way, the equipment upgrading, or especially for weapons, the reason why I like using the elemental gauntlets is because I don't want to have to upgrade every single weapon that has a different element for each different situation. It's simply more efficient just to upgrade one non-elemental thing and then slap on whatever elemental gauntlets you need. But anyway, I do want to buy some magic books here now that it is nighttime. So I'll be using Protect and Shell here, although I don't use it very often. And I want to get some of the other tomes. I don't want to get Watera. It's not really needed. But I definitely want to buy a Firaga tome because it bypasses the need to get a certain item later on in the game. It's a story event. You'll see when we get there. I generally don't like tier 3 elemental spells, really. And, well, you'll see why I don't use them very often later on, but yeah, they hit all enemies, but they're just so expensive, and they're not really that much more powerful than the tier 2 spells. So I generally prefer using tier 2 spells against bosses, but anyway, okay, so we got the 10 grand, talk to the sorcerer here, and hopefully he'll be able to lift the curse on the cat. Oh, well, she wasn't really in my party to begin with, but okay. But anyway, yeah, unfortunately, since it was nighttime, if I recall correctly, I think the sorcerer's shop is closed at nighttime, unlike the magic shop, so I had to rest up there in order to be able to talk to him again, and then he just tells you to rest up again, so whatever. But anyway, hopefully this will take care of everything, and then everything will be alright. I wonder what'll happen when they realize that it's not air. Uh-oh! Danger music! Nuts. So, he sold all those puppets, got a whole bunch of money, and now they're just killing everybody or something? What's the point of that? I don't know. And I've played the game before. But anyway, now there's a whole bunch of monsters running around the town that we'll need to kill. Well, we don't have to kill all of them, but what the? I can't even save here. Can we make it out of this alive? Find out next time on Let's Play the 4 Heroes of Light. This is H.G. Bailey, signing off. Have a good day.